Hey everyone, this is my reaction to the 13th episode of Jahy-sama wa Kujikenai. And last episode, we had an epic struggle with Jahy trying to grab the jewel on top of a manhole. And it really shouldn't have been that difficult, but because it's Jahy-sama, it was that difficult. Also, had a little bit of tensho there, which was just made the scene a little bit better. We also had some great quality time between Jahy and Kokoro, which I will take all of that the show will give me, and the show gave me a decent amount last time. And we also had some Salwa stuff, so, she got to be Jahy's dog, I think, which is a privilege for everyone involved. So, let's jump on into the episode and see what Jahy does this episode. 3, 2, 1, play. Oh, okay, it looks like a beach episode. I'm like trying to get things finalized in the setup, and we're just already into something exciting, it seems. Yeah, not something you hear too often. Yeah, did I miss something? How did we get to this point? And also, is anyone with her? She wakes up and it's all a dream. Oh, I think you hear Tencho's voice. And yes, we brought both the sisters. Okay, we're working. Gotcha. That makes a bit more sense. That makes a bit more sense. Ikamusume flashbacks. Oh, I really gotta rewatch that show one of these days. Well, I kind of want to do like a rewatch reaction sort of thing on the channel of that show at some point, but just never got around to it. Because it's a good candidate for that sort of thing. Because it's a show I really like, but only actually watched once when it originally aired. And you still need to like get screen time. Even though the white was the background, it looked like the white background and the like inside color of the Demon King's hair were kind of like two, like on the same level on the plane. If that makes sense, like two backgrounds drawn, squishing against each other. Like it's a weird visual. That's what I'm trying to say. Because it makes you think they're both in the same plane. But anyway, moving on. Druge is not happy. Okay, context. Thank you. We are more than happy to help because of the location of it. Because it means a beach episode. What is a crystal in the face of imminent starvation? It does look pretty good. We always knew that's how it would end. It's quite a downgrade from Jahy-sama to Jabi-chan. Did he hurt himself? How old is this man? It's pretty unlucky. Yeah, we got this, don't worry. I mean, with three beautiful women running this place, who wouldn't rush over there immediately? Well, I guess that nobody's here. I guess that's fair enough. We should make a Twitter post or something. Let people know what's available here. Oh, God. That was a lot, yeah. I probably wouldn't go in there. I guess not. I guess life isn't rough just for Jahy-sama. Gonna say something. Okay, that's okay. That's how she was taking it. Got it. I keep forgetting about that side effect of the crystals. Crummy job. I couldn't imagine a better, easy to get job. I don't think she's paying attention, hearing you. It's not even that deep. We agreed to work, so there'll be time for crystal fighting later. At least you get food. Still, nice sunny weather and. Well, try your luck with the jellyfish, boy. See if your tune changes a bit after a few dozen stings. Jahy would so get fired from most other jobs. Just keep trying to run away. That was such a Mendokusai look. There's some drama going on in our establishment. So those two girls on a date, I take it? Because they're both really cute. When it rains, it pours. She's so just excited about the catastrophe, the unluckiness, as expected of a demon. I feel like the bad luck thing might not be super, not be. It would be hard to find exactly where it is based on that alone. Is what I'm trying to say. It would tell you the general area, but not like a dragon radar or something for. Okay. Got your kid. Keep better eye on him next time. We'll see about that. Right on cue. But I hope one of those isn't just like largest way into that top. Because I imagine that'd be quite unpleasant. Try to get that out. Oh god. Take that, Gura. Oh my god, just everything that could happen. So where's the tidal wave? The tsunami? The giant octopus that grabs half a dozen people from the beach and just holds them up. I'm sure they appreciate you, though. Besides, you might run into it any second now. Because usually when you're looking for something, you find it after you stop looking, It's mind-blowing. Yeah. I'm not sure if that was ever true, but Maybe the octopus has the crystal. That'd be something. Like it's attached to one of the suckers. That's a lot of sparkling. It's like what do you call a group of rocks? Just like a, a pile of them. Because it looks like a lot, but it could be misleading. Because, this is Jahy we're talking about. But no, they look like a decent amount of them. They look legit. How did nobody else find those first? But yeah, let's show Druge now. She's not the only one that can get more than a single one or two crystals. Too many to count. I'm still waiting for something to go wrong. Like I'm always ready for it in this show. Like somebody will show up and steal them or something. I mean, probably worth it for the crystals, though. They are so much taller than her. So much for that roll. Philanthropist. It's not often the English word's harder to say than the Japanese word. But that's an example. Also, I enjoyed her like Gendo pose. It's nice to see you, Druge. But time when I say it's time. I'm in charge after all. That's what I would have said. So, anything you want to get off your chest? Maybe you want to see maybe you want to see Jahy? Yeah, that shoot her up real quick. She looks like she's so happy. Oh wow, just to hang out, to play. So I jumped out of the car, I jumped over the hill, just... What is that pose, that sitting position? I'm such a busy person after all. Things have changed. What you should do is pick up Jahy and just sit on her lap. At least be a flower pot. So, what did we discuss? Considering a lot of what Jahy tells her is a lie. Just really confusing poor Druge today. How many times are we gonna do this? Now fill it back up. I've seen enough sadism in my day to know where that was going. The human world's been a bad influence on our mistress. Like, I can't imagine a masochist being very... Yeah, I was about to say. I can't imagine her being very satisfied with all this. Oh, that chair is amazing. I want it right now. Especially since, like, roughly Halloween time. About. Shunted. That's a word. Character development, the hell of a drug. But yeah, as we know, Jahy kind of lacks self-awareness to a degree, so... What is that thing? Never get tired of seeing that. Scale down. No. Those are eyes filled with doubt. She's clearly pressing X to do it. Yeah, she does not look happy. Which one of my lies were discovered? I need to consult my notes. I don't think so. Although I was waiting for that to come back, you know, those two meet. Cruel. Taller. The good old days. Someone's nostalgic for them. Yeah. Didn't you know she enjoyed that? Not on the same page, it seems. I couldn't forget some of that stuff either. I just keep adding the word generously to it, and it just... And now you're treating me like a person. It's horrible. And there you go. I'm really not sure how to feel watching this scene. Because, I mean, Jahy getting character development's a good thing, but like, Druge, I want her to be satisfied too, and... Well, there you go. You threw her a bone. Jeez, Druge. That was some pulsating heart pupil there. Never change, Druge. Now go sit on her. I was kind of hoping it would go in the mouth. That just... Hanakana's such a great voice actress. But we already knew that, but... Face, though. Glad to be of help. Oh, no need to elaborate on that. Know your place. I'm pretty sure you did nothing but enrich that time. Yeah, that's just crazy talk. Can I get big? Because I'm way ahead of you on that. That would never happen. Whoosh. I'd say that went pretty well overall. It was a bit touch and go there for a bit. Kokoro! She waited until Drew was just gone first. How polite of her. Narrowly. It was pretty close, but yeah. So yeah, I guess having a hardcore masochist as a friend kind of has its kind of high maintenance, I guess. There's just like really a natural sadist, but since Jahy's kind of shifting to a different alignment a bit, it does make it a bit more of a challenge. It would be really funny if as Saul was in the corner, the hat falls off and falls on the head of the person in the other corner. Why were you not in the episode? Yeah, we saw that this episode. Jewish helping her cheap. I didn't think too much of the CD when I first saw it, but it's kind of growing on me. Bum 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 bum. Okay, yeah, we are checking up on the buckets. So we're actually gonna confront Kyoko? That's her name, right? The magical girl? Okay, Mom. Yeah, you think I need these things right now? So she does know. Got some rice. I'm glad somebody pointed it out. Got a desktop wallpaper with the image in the background there. I imagine the real fight's not going to be quite that epic. The magic girl won't fight? Why not? I guess that's an answer for next episode. Okay. Well, that was the 13th episode of Jahy-sama wa Kujikenai. And yeah, really good episode. We had a beach episode, which, wasn't like a typical beach episode because, well, actually, let me go to on my end. Let's see, yeah, because they weren't really wearing swimsuits, our main characters, because they weren't there for fun. They were there for work, right? So we didn't actually get that, which is usually something you associate with beach episodes. All your familiar characters in swimsuits that each are very specifically chosen and designed by the artist and all that to fit them well, right? We didn't have that, but we did get to see unimportant characters in swimsuits, and some of them did look really good in them. But we did have a bit of a plot. We did have a bit of plot centered in this area because not only was there a job to be done, there were also crystals to be found. and I was pretty much expecting things to not go too well. I mean, things aren't going well in a sense because of the like misfortune aura that surrounds this place as a result of the crystals, which is a function that I just keep forgetting exists. But yeah, I love the struggle Jahy goes through because she wants to get the crystals, but she wants to slash has to do the working, right? So she's trying to juggle that. And we have jellyfish in the water, which is, you know, not great for many reasons. And we got the one boy that wants to go in the water, and, you know, yeah, I guess he does in the end, because I think that's the same kid we rescued later in the episode. So I guess he did do it in the end, but also just like some random couple fighting in the what do you call it? Shack. In the shack, where I do like the two girls in the background though, who were like facing each other, who look like they were on a date, and they were kind of like just had like the sweat drop, you know, because it's just like some random couple near you fighting. It's just a very awkward thing, and when you're in this public space, and they're just trying to enjoy their date, and those two are just ruining it. It's just the worst, right? Then it rained, because of course it did, and then we have everyone running around in the water, and the kid swimming in the water, fairly deep into the water, when he's not supposed to. In the water with jellyfish while it's raining. All together, that sounds absolutely horrible. Fairly dangerous. Like, good thing Jahy was there. And she was just like basically working overtime being demon lifeguard, just saving all these people, and one poor girl had jellyfish all over her, which looked very unpleasant, right? And we had a shark attack because I guess there's sharks in them waters. A whirlpool, just all sorts of horrible stuff. But in the end, she did get the crystals. Like we had, it was actually really well done, but yeah, because she's in the water by herself, looking pretty sad, and then suddenly we kind of see the sparkles kind of coming from the water, and suddenly the sadness goes away, replaces with happiness, as her goal kind of, you know, just appears all around her, after she was kind of like giving up, and she had something to be happy about. So now she has all these mana crystals, and she can leverage their power to defeat her arch enemy, the magical girl. And she was so happy until she got some more bad news, because Jahy can never have like a net positive, like a complete win. So it always has to have a downside. In this case, she skips work to do this, so less pay. What else did they say? I think they said some other stuff. He still calls her Jaby-chan, which is hilarious. But still, not that big of a deal. I think if you're like trying to weigh pros and cons, I think overall she won out there getting all those crystals, because that was like 2 buckets full essentially, right? So yeah, definitely worth it. So where do we get the title of the episode? Was that at the very beginning, like right after the opening? I think it was. Yeah, Druge is not happy, right? Which it was at the very beginning, but that actually wasn't relevant to the second half of the episode, which threw me off a little bit, because I don't think I said anything, but I was thinking, where's Druge on this beach, right? But no, that was for later in the episode, which was interesting because Druge did not seem particularly happy, and then she saw Jahy-sama out of her window, so she just rushes towards her, expecting to get the usual generous treatment that she gets and makes her happy. And she was hoping for that, but she pretty much got like nothing but praise and friendliness from Jahy, and she's just like thinking back at the good old days, like, what happened to you? Why are you like this? You were not like this before. Did I do something wrong? What do I do with this unsatisfied feeling? I did enjoy all the flashbacks to the previous Jahy stuff, what she used to do, making her dig holes, sitting on her, pouring wine on her, throwing paper airplanes. It's just, and she of course enjoys every bit of it because she's Druge, and that's just how she rolls. But I want to go back to the part where she actually does start to, you know, give the generous treatment to her. I think we get her, man, just the overall voice acting was great by Druge in this scene. Just the moaning, the breathing, just everything. Yeah, because she was on all 4, I think, before Jahy started to, you know, do her thing. It's just really funny seeing her complain about her being nice. Just begging her to I mean, yeah, that look that she gave her. Yeah, I wanted to go back to the look. Like, it reminds me of something. Yes. Kimetsu no Yaiba. It's very similar to the look that Tanjiro gave Zenitsu in the episode where Zenitsu, you know, becomes relevant to the series. Like it's almost the exact same look, I'm pretty sure. I'd have to look side by side, but yeah, she gives her the look for a little bit, and then she gives a line, and then suddenly our poor neglected, I don't even know what the best word for it is because everything's so backwards with a masochist. Our Druge that wasn't very happy finally got something to be happy about, I guess is what I'm trying to say. And when she shifted, after she gets that, she shifts into the smile, the very like flushed face. Man, it was just it all looks so good. I don't know how else to say it. It all looks so great. Also, the camera angle from behind was a good shot. But yeah, in the end, she was able to leave being pretty happy in the end, and Kokoro showed up, so she got to hang out with Kokoro afterwards off screen. And then we had a stinger. We didn't get anything like, crazy like boxing matches or space pirates or anything like that, but we got a stinger, and it was pretty much like the quick preparation for the epic battle with our magical girl, which is not going to be an epic battle, right? Like, it's not going to be Jahy over here summoning her powerful dark magic energy blast, firing it towards Kyoko where she dodges it or smacks it away with her power, blasting pink energy blast at Jahy as she bounces back and forth, dodging them. Eventually lands on a rock and summons a huge death ball level energy blast, throws it at Kyoko where she stops it with her wand, but it like isn't completely stopped. It's like pushing back against her as Kyoko's pushing as best she can. She's starting to lose more and more ground until she remembers her friends and the people she's here to protect, and they give them the strength for her to push it back, and it goes back towards Jahy, and she's like, Masaka, how could this happen? And then Jahy gets destroyed, and the world is now safe from demons. I don't think that's how it's gonna go. It could go that way, but I'm just saying I have my doubts. That's all I'm trying to say. But yeah, Tencho being mother is always fun. And Jahy being like, does her usual attempt at rejecting it, but really accepts it, that sort of thing she does. But yeah, also the next episode's called "The Magical Girl Will Not Fight," which is certainly interesting. I mean, up to this point, it's not like she's been super antagonistic towards Jahy. Like, she broke the crystal initially back in episode 1, which caused the plot of the show to begin with, right? But that was like the only real like aggression we've gotten from her to Jahy. Like, I mean, actually, I'm trying to think. What did happen in their first meeting when she came to her apartment? I don't think she like attacked Jahy or anything, because she didn't even know who it was. She was just, I think she just like sensed the crystal or something, and she was in the area. I'm trying to remember what's the worst thing she did to Jahy in that scene. Did she like pick her up or anything? I can't quite remember. Oh well. But my point is she hasn't like tried to really attack Jahy at all in the show. So maybe if Jahy goes up to her and says, "Hey, let's fight," she'll just say, "Just why would I want to do that? Like, I'm just here looking for crystals. Oh, you got some crystals? Well, just I'll steal them from you when you least expect it, and then go get the rest of them." Like, I don't know, because she's just stolen from Jahy before, right? Without actually fighting for it, just being sneaky. So yeah, I'm just kind of curious how their encounter will go, I guess, is the overall point I'm trying to make. But yeah, it's probably not going to be a big old battle, as cool as that would be. But yeah, so that's all I got to say. If you enjoyed this video, I hope you click the like button, subscribe to the channel, support me on Patreon so I can keep doing what I'm doing, and I hope to see you in the next video. Until then, bye-bye.